Hey everyone, here today to talk about this tag You're It that Underworld 667 and Devin started. I wanted to come today to answer some questions. It looks like everyone's answering the same amount of questions, so I'm here just to do that. David Lee, which is Asian with a hat, tagged me, so I guess I will kind of just, he's somebody that is here locally in Oklahoma City and sometimes shows up whenever he wants to. At our locals, but I will be giving a shout out to the people I will be tagging at the end, which is question number 7. So first question is, what is your real first name? I think you all pretty much know that by now if you've been watching me. First name is Paul, and Tall Paul, if that helps you remember it. If you ever meet me, you'll understand. Okay, question number 2, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? Same story as everybody else. I was a little older than a lot of people, but immature for my age, so I watched Pokemon. I had my first kid. I was watching a show with her, and we were just like flipping through channels. I saw Yu-Gi-Oh, and I thought, a little more mature, a little cooler. Saw Blue Eyes White Dragon get summoned and heard the roar, and that was it. Done. I was like, this sounds cool. Went out and bought the Joey and Kaiba, or not Joey, excuse me, Yugi and Kaiba structure decks. Bought a bunch of packs of Legend of Blue Eyes and MRD, Metal Raiders, and then bought, Pegasus and Joey later. So kind of got into that way. Showed up to my first tournament, and it was so busy we all had to sit on a bunch of us had to sit on the floor. I played an 8-year-old girl and lost and left. So I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't read the rule book. My wife and I were playing in the structure decks, and I remember very distinctly we didn't want to read the rule book because it was too thick. So what we did is we just sat around and kind of went off the show a little bit, whatever. Didn't understand what the side deck was about, so we were like, hey, if you draw a card and you don't like it or whatever, you could switch it out with the card in your side deck. Stupid. So stupid. So, okay, that's just a real quick intro into how I got into it, and then ever since then. The only time I took a break was when IOC came out. I just didn't want to mess with all that chaos stuff. It was just too much, too broken. Okay, how and why did you start yugi-tubing? First video that actually came to do with, well, it says YouTubing, but my first starting to YouTubing was actually posting up some videos about God of War glitches, Easter eggs, and so forth. And then I did a bunch of videos for my car club where I went and watched them race here at the local track. Posted it up because I just didn't want to mess with Streetfire, I think, .net or whatever. I just didn't want to figure that out. YouTube was easy. So I did that. What else? Let's see. And then Yugi-tubing I started because Pojo and I was trying to do some trades on Pojo and for misprint. So I posted up what I had, and some people just wanted to see it. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll post it up, see what happens. Got some hits, and I was, some subscribers, and I was like, that's strange. I didn't really understand the concept of subscribers before. The stuff I got off God of War, I thought people were subscribing because they just wanted me to keep posting those type of videos, and then I only had 2. Even to this day, my highest viewer count on a video is that very first. I think it's like 140,000. So, hey, whatever. Maybe one day I'll surpass that with the case opening. I think my highest case opening is like 30 or 40,000, or sneak peek, something like that. So, and then it just grew from there. And then I talked to Mike Harris, which is Kiko. He kind of just said, hey, what do you want to do in regards to this? Here's what I'm doing. And he kind of helped me out. And he told his subscribers, and I think I got like 75 in a day. Okay, number 4. What is the best time you ever had at a Yu-Gi-Oh event? It has to be Nats. This year's Nats. I've been to 2 years ago, my buddy Steve went to Nats, Minneapolis, had a blast. It was amazing. There were so many things that were just hard to pass up and hard to beat out of that Nats. Downtown Minneapolis was awesome. I loved it. But this Nats was better. The event was better. There was more going on. The signed actor tokens that I got, just being around those guys was amazing. But my best time was hanging around Vexigos, meeting him and Dan and Devin, meeting Mike, which is Slim, for the first time, hanging out with him and Kirby Curbs, doing deck profiles, seeing Pro Winston again, and realizing that the cards that he had in his deck were light sworn cards that I gave him. And if you watch the video, he says he gave. I gave those to him. And you know how cool he was. Getting to videotape things that nobody else got on YouTube, like the top 8 of Pro Winston's of match. You know, meeting JFF, you know, your Yu-Gi-Oh channel, getting my mat signed. You know, WK Dad and I really hit it off at lunch, talking about being a dad and the Yu-Gi-Oh and an older guy and being more mature, seeing things from a different perspective. But I really, you know, just hit it off with those guys. Had a good time. We got along. We still talk. You know, I'm just too busy to do a lot of the stuff they do, and I wish I could continue to put out videos like Slim does, or, you know, do some of the things that they do. But, you know, I had a really good time hanging out with those guys. I got lots of stories, stuff that I'm not going to really mention. I don't have any video because it was like, you know, going out to dinner. I'm not going to take my video camera out at dinner time and videotape that stuff. That's just something you get to be a part of when you're there and you get to be in that crowd. Not that it can't be shared with anybody, but I enjoy it more because it's a personal thing. What is your favorite deck ever? I really didn't think about this before starting the video. Counter Fairies is something I kind of made my own when nobody else played it and nobody else perfected it. I still have Hollow Bountiful Artemises, which are getting increasingly hard to find. They're, what are they, $40 each or something? I have ultimates of all the counter traps, you know, Ultra Dark Bribes. I have the top tier of everything. So I really like that. That is me. That is who I am, and it's somebody that likes to get the tie-in. I love Light Sworn. You know, I love Mystic Piper. Steve and I started that deck way before Gabe, and shout out to Gabe and Team STC, but way before those guys made it famous. We were playing it, you know, pretty much when Piper came out, just right after that. So, and I guess originally I need to give him a shout out to Richard, my friend, who kind of helped us get into that and understand the combos. Why do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I play it because I've made a lot of great friends over the years. Some of them I'm even friends with still to this day. So I would say that friendship, camaraderie, being inventive, coming up with new ideas, bouncing ideas off people. You know, I've laughed more playing Yu-Gi-Oh and been around that crowd than I have in any other hobby I've ever been a part of. And like I said, I've been to car clubs. I've done you know, athletic stuff with sports when I didn't used to weigh so much. So the point is I really think I play Yu-Gi-Oh because I enjoy being around these people and the crowd. And yes, there's times where it just drives me nuts, but you know, even now when I don't want to be around the crowd, I can play online on DN, make money off of it. Oh, I love opening packs, so there's a lot of reasons I play. But all right, number 7, who are your 2 tagged Yugi-tubers? Just like a couple other people, I am not going to do 2. I am going to do 4. And if I could pull up my channel here, I will show you the 2. They're in my featured area. Let me stop my video here before it starts. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is start with one of my favorites, which is Yugioh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Team SDC, which is Sweet Delicious Corn. And they are its team, you know, it's Gabe and his teammates. We've been talking a while since I found him about the Piper deck, and we've been talking ever since. And he actually gave me a shout out saying he really likes me, my content, you know, and I wish we could talk more often, but I think we're going to try to do a video swap about the ban list coming up, so look for that. Next is one of my other very, very favorites, which is X Underground Members X, which is Kisame Unlimited. His name's Anthony, and then Spidey and his crew. I love their content, especially Anthony's. They put out some really funny stuff. A lot of it's immature, but that's what I like about it. I like to laugh. I like to enjoy my videos. That's why I love Exegus and some of those guys and Dan. He puts out good content, and these guys are the guys that found me because I don't net deck. You know, I put up a Nordic deck and a Durac deck and so forth. So X Underground Members X, and I will have the either annotations or descriptions for their links. Kirby Curbs is definitely somebody that I've enjoyed talking to. I hope he does a video. I got to know him, and I guess he was good friends with Slim, and he does a ton of people's backgrounds for their channels, playmat designs, all kinds of. He is like a wizard when it comes to Photoshop on a level that I thought I was good at, but not as good as this guy. Kirby Curbs, KIRBYYKRBS. So Kirby Curbs. And then out of everybody, you know, I like for I'm picking the small guy, so I'm going to pick my friend Irish. Irishman the Duelist is his name on his channel. I don't know if he'll do one. He's had some video issues in the past. I don't know if he even knows about this, so I'll text him or whatever. But you know, he's definitely one of the best players in my area. Very inventive, comes up with some good ideas, and is a and has been. I mean, even like Underworld and WK and all that have subscribed to him and so forth, because he just doesn't put up enough content. But hopefully he'll get started once he gets the video camera situation figured out. So check him out too. I'll have, like I said, either the links or annotations, so watch for those. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed knowing some more things about me. If you want to know anything else, ask below. I'm just going to let this kind of be a running and continuous question and answer. Just ask me whatever you want. If I don't answer it, there's a reason I don't answer it. But if it's something about, like, what about the contest, whatever, I'm not going to answer that. So check it out. Click that like button. Thanks, guys, for watching.